All right. My name is Lexi Orgill, and I'm going to be talking to you today about Sustainability EDU, which is a potential online course that CSU could mandatorily implement to help teach incoming CSU students the values of sustainability. So CSU, one of our core values at this institution is sustainability. Unfortunately, many of the students who attend CSU aren't aware of this value and aren't taught this value because it's not mandatory for students to take an environmental course here at the college. It's really hard to do that mandatory because students are working to graduate and they can't always fit an environmental course in their graduation plan. However, what I'm proposing is actually a mandatory online course before you start taking your classes, before you can even register for your classes, the same way that we do alcohol EDU and sexual assault EDU. These are already implemented, and I think the sustainability EDU should be added in addition. I'm going to be explaining why in a couple slides, but the three main benefits that I'm going to talk about today are environmental education, promoting sustainable resources on campus, and changing the perception of sustainability on campus. So let me open up with a quick anecdote. I actually came to Colorado State University from Texas. Now in Texas, you actually have to pay to recycle. So most families, including mine, never recycled. We never opted into that program. Because once I came to CSU, recycling became a much more mandatory part of my day. It became something that I did all the time, but unfortunately, there was still a lot of confusion for me around recycling. I wasn't sure which plastics could be recycled. I wasn't sure how much I was contaminating with the food waste that were on my plastics. Now, these are actually very common questions. As this chart shows, there are many consumers throughout America who find recycling plastic very confusing. Some of the most common questions are knowing how much food contamination is acceptable, understanding the types of plastic that can be recycled, finding where you can recycle your plastics, and the different meanings that numbers have on various plastics, and if those can be recycled or not. Now, I have found through these studies that I'm definitely not alone in my confusion about recycling, and many students who join CSU campus are definitely confused as well. Now, implementing this course would serve as basic environmental education. This course would essentially teach about many environmental behaviors that people might find confusing or might not have had much experience in before. Now, recycling is the most obvious example, which I've discussed, but there's also composting, ways to reduce your energy consumption, and different dietary changes, for example, that have environmental benefits that people might not know about, such as going vegan or even having meatless Mondays. Now, the second benefit to this course would be that we are promoting sustainable resources on campus. As I've said before, sustainability is one of CSU's main pillars, but many students aren't aware of how CSU is helping to create a more sustainable world. Some of our programs include the Zero Waste Initiative, the CSU Climate Action Plan, the EcoPress program, various composting and recycling stations, which I know many students are confused about where you can find these on campus, and our Sustainable Campus Index ranking. Now, this online course would teach about each of these things and essentially give students the information that they need to take advantage of the resources that we provide on campus. The third and final benefit to this online course would be that we are changing the portrayal of sustainability on campus. Like I mentioned before, many students don't know a lot about sustainability and might not even be aware that sustainability is one of CSU's main pillars. This course would change that and would not only promote what CSU is doing for the environment, but would help interested students find a path to learn more about how they can help the environment at CSU. For example, we offer many environmental courses that aren't mandatory, but would certainly be excellent for students to take in addition to their normal classwork. This class would help get students interested and then list out the possible courses that they could take just for fun to learn about the environment through CSU. I hope you all learned something about the potential benefits that this online course could have. Hopefully this will be coming fall 2021 for all incoming students before they are allowed to register for classes. If you're interested in this bill, I encourage you to talk to your ASCSU representatives, that's the student government here at CSU campus. There will be a bill that's written to promote this online course in fall 2020, and every single CSU student is able to endorse this bill to show their support. If you're interested, please go ahead and do that and contact your ASCSU representatives. Thank you very much.